I'm not from this hospital. The nurse is looking at me like, does he know what he doing? I don't see no chest rise. The therapist said, no, you good. I'm like, bro, you sure? Man, the nurse like, hey, the patient sat is dropping. Big Money Bound TV, RRT Posse, YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I release scheduled videos every Monday, 12 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, but I also release some unscheduled videos throughout the week. Now, if you're returning, welcome back. I appreciate all of the support. Thank you. Now, today's video, y'all know I've been doing a lot of travel assignments. I've been in this state, that state, getting money here, getting money there. But hey, when they come with all this traveling, all these different hospitals, you're going to run across some equipment that you don't know what it is. And it's up to you to make the right decision. Because with one wrong turn, it can go from all good to deadly. I was in this situation. Did the person die? Did they make it? Did I perform CPR? Was I scared as hell? All you got to do is keep watching. Just keep watching. What we represent, man?
Big Money Bound.
Big Money Bound.
Big Money Bound.
So, hey, I'm out there, man. I'm in the state of Montana performing respiratory therapy. Shout out to Montana, man. I was out there. I lived there. I was in and out them streets, Great Falls, you know, going through the snow and all that. When it's about that bread, I do what I got to do to run it up. So I'm at the hospital now. They're using PB840s and PB980 vents. I'm familiar with these vents. I used these vents back when I was at my trauma hospital, but that was like 2 years ago. I haven't really seen them since then, but you know, it just take a little few days, like a little couple, about an hour or so to get your buttons right, get everything back. Okay, that's how you do it. That's how you do that. That's how you do this. That's where everything at. And that's how it was with me. I had to get my, get my bearings, figure out where I was at. So I'm in the hospital. I really started off doing floor therapy. The supervisor asked me, hey man, can you work in the units? Now, it was some travel therapists there that was saying, hey, I don't do units. I just do floor therapy. Do I believe them? Nah, but they're just trying to get that floor therapy, easy money, and I'm getting all this bankroll. But me personally, I can't have nobody come ask me about respiratory therapy and they ask me, can you work over here? And I say, nah, just so I can get easier workload and get all this money. Hey bro, whatever you need, man, I can do it. Man, I work the units, the ER, it don't matter. They say, okay, man, thank you, because I don't know, some people's skill set, some people say that they can't work here, they can't work there, but if you can work in units, I appreciate that. So I was one of like the few traveler therapists that was actually in the units. And it got to the point where they had me training somebody in the unit. The staff was like, hold on, but you're a traveler here. I'm like, hey bro, I just do what these people told me to do, man. They got me training a staff person that works here. Like, come on, man. So I'm in the unit. Now, I know the vents. That's no problem. Troubleshoot the vents. Anything happen, peak pressures, alarming, I can handle that. I'm a respiratory therapist. Cool. It was one day. They wanted me to take a patient to a CT scan. That's no problem. It's just a little like, to me, a little eeriness. A little like, it's a little, the vibe in the air be a little eerie when it comes to doing patient transport when the patient is on life support. Only because, like, this has never happened, but it could. Your tank could run out of O2. The patient could cold while you're in the hallway. When they slide the patient over to the CT scan, your ET tube can come dislodged, the like pulled back in the wrong place. A lot of stuff can happen with all these transports and all this. That's why I don't like doing it, but I do it with no problem. I can't say I don't like doing it. Like, it's just a little eerie feeling. I know some things can go wrong. So I had a patient that needed to go to CT. They was on life support. They needed a transport ventilator. Now the transport ventilator that they had, I'm familiar with this ventilator. Like I said, the transport vent. I used it back at my old hospital. But that was 2 years ago. So I know the gist and I know the setup and you know. So I called I go down to the department. I grab the transport ventilator. When I'm down there, I ask the the supervisor, hey man, where's the transport vent? I'm about to go ahead and do this. Somebody, can you help me out? It was one of those people that you can catch them doing nothing. But as soon as you say, hey, I need a little help. Oh, I gotta go this, I gotta do that. I'm doing this, I gotta go out to here, I gotta go out. Bro, you was just in here watching how to play poker, eating a sandwich. Now you gotta go down here and do this and do that. Have somebody else help you, have somebody else help you. Like, bro, I'm not from this hospital. You the supervisor, bro. Like, I need a little help, you know, just. And I would just say, just make sure, just like re-show me how to set all this up. But I think I know. I'm like, all right, no problem. If I need help, I'm gonna call somebody. So I get all the equipment. I get the circuit. I get the vent. I get the HME. I get all my equipment I need. I get up to the room. The nurse is ready. Another nurse is ready. They got 2 nurses and they got me finna transport the patient. So I'm looking at my vent and I'm saying that, oh, I don't know if this is set up the right way. Looking at my portable vent now. So now, before we just like leave with the patient hooked up to the portable vent, let me try to set up everything in the room, hook up the patient in the room to the wall on the O2, to the O2 on the wall, to make sure that everything is working while we in the room. I don't want to find out in the hallway if it's working or not. But that just come from, you know, I don't even know if that come from being like a seasoned respiratory therapist. That just come from like, bro, I'm not gonna leave out here not knowing for sure. So let me try to hook this up in here. Now I set everything up the correct way. Everything that was here, I set it up. Before I put the patient on the vent, I hook the portable vent up and I turn the vent on. I want to see, is it like blowing, getting any O2 coming out, any tidal volume. Nothing is coming through. I'm like, bro, what the hell is going on? Now mind you, I'm not from this hospital. The nurse is looking at me like, does he know what he doing? I do know what I'm doing, but y'all know it's a lot of equipment with respiratory therapy. I haven't just seen this in a minute. So I'm like, you know what? Let me call somebody who work here that's familiar with this vent. Hey, what's going on, shorty? Well, I wasn't saying shit. I'm like, yeah, I need help. I'm in the room. I was on like 6 saying he gonna help out with his portable ventilator. He's like, yeah, no problem, I'll be there. The staff from this hospital coming to the room was like, yeah, you all good. You got everything set up right. Yeah, you good. Are you sure? Lady like, Randy, you good, man. Trust me. All right. Now, while we in the room, I hook the patient up. Turn it on. I don't see no chest rise. The therapist said, no, you good. I'm like, bro, you sure? Man, the nurse like, hey, the patient sat is dropping. Okay. Disconnect him from the portable ventilator. Hook him back up to the vent in the room. We still in the room. We didn't leave nowhere. These people can be thinking like, do they know what the hell they doing? Does this traveler know what he doing? You shouldn't be traveling if you don't know what you're doing. But I prefer you saying, does he know what he doing? Instead of saying, what did he do? This patient is dead. What did he do? You're not finna do that to me. I'm finna figure it out right here. If I don't know, I'ma call for help. I'm not finna be out here just top dogging it, big gunning it, just doing what I want to do, running around thinking I know everything, and then I'm in the hallway, patient crashing, going down, and they looking at me like, and I'm in the courtroom like, I don't know, I was trying my, bro, if I'm not sure, I don't go. And I mean that. So then, the lady like, man, what's going on with the vent? What's going on? Man, come to find out, it was missing one little clear piece that went from the vent that connected to another end of the circuit, which I thought was just like a free piece. It's not funny, but I can laugh at it now because like I did the right thing. Nobody didn't get hurt, and I didn't leave that room until I was sure. But in my defense, or just my questioning, why the hell was that clear piece not on the vent if it's supposed to be on there? It was a piece that like, it was like a universal piece which connected to the portable vent, which the circuit connected to, which the tidal volume came out of. So once she put that piece on there, and it worked, she said, okay, we missing this piece. So she left, I'm like, she's like, can you go and get it? I'm like, I don't know where it's at. So she had to leave out of the room, go and get it. Now I'm in here with the 2 nurses just looking at me like, and they thinking, dude, bro, they thinking what they want to think, but hey, I ain't hurt nobody at all. So I'm thankful I didn't do that. And that's just what come with it. You gonna go places, people gonna be already like, I never experienced any kind of like really malicious stuff towards me, But I have experienced like people just like, man, they're making all this money doing this. People talking about your money, like, whoa, bro. Y'all know me, man. The next person pockets ain't my business in the first place. Whatever you making, whatever you doing, bro, I salute you. Get your money. I'm not worried about what you, bro. That don't feed my family to pay my bills. I gotta get my money, so I ain't worrying about nobody else's. I'm wasting time worrying about this shit. I could be using that same energy, that same time, coming up with like YouTube ideas, business ideas, overtime ideas. Man, bro, so I mind my business. So she come back in, she give me the piece. We put it to the portable ventilator. We hook the patient up, turn the vent on. Patient ventilating well, everything going good. Cool. We transport the patient out of the room, go down to CT with no problems. We come back up from CT, get back in the room with no problem. It was a smooth and nice trip. But prior to that trip, it was a little dilemma, a little uncertainty, a little shakiness. But I tell y'all this story to say this, man. Like, if you're not sure about something, don't just go and say, well, maybe we'll figure out on the way there. This is people's lives that you have in your hands. I wasn't sure. So until I knew for certain I was not gonna move that curtain and go out that room. Until I knew for certain I wasn't gonna pull back that curtain. That's just me. I'm not going out of, I don't care how it make me look or what. Cause I know that I'm doing the right thing. I'm not sure if this is set up the right way. I'm not finna do it. And somebody expires and I could have just easily asked for help. Like I said, the ventilator was set up, but the transport vent was set up, which seemed to be the right way. The staff that work in the hospital said, no, Randy, you good. That's the right way we do it. We figured it out and then we left. They can look at me how they want to look at me, say this and they can say that. I didn't kill nobody and I made a killing. Big money bound is just how I'm living. So that's what I tell you, man. When you go on these travel assignments, you do this, you do that, you're going to get paid, you're going to do this, but just make sure you're prepared to come into contact with a lot of equipment that you probably never seen. I'm on the whole other side of the USA, man. I'm way on the, where the hell was I at? And I was way in the mountains. They had a Hamilton transport vent, a Hamilton. Bro, I never seen a transport vent in my life. Never seen it. I never used it, you feel me? I went to the one I was more familiar with, but I hadn't used that in a while. I didn't know I was missing the piece. The piece should have been on there. Had that piece been on there, I'd have been good. But since that piece was missing, I was like, hey man, something ain't right. But hey, I'm human, like bro. The field of respiratory therapy, you're gonna learn something new every day, no matter how long you've been doing it. And I've been seeing that every day I go to work, I learn something new. Every week, I learn something new. Like, when you forget something you ain't sure, bro, take it from me. Don't go. Because once you go, sometimes it ain't no coming back. And if this how you eat, this how you feed your family, bro, protect that license. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. So I called and I asked for help. I set everything up in the room before we left. We not leaving if I'm not sure. What's going on? We trying to figure it out. Feel how you want to feel. Nobody's finna get killed if something can be, nobody finna get killed by like, what they call medical malpractice, a medical mistake. Not on my watch. I'm not finna, bro. You say what you want to say, do it, say what you want to say, feel how you want to feel. Like, bro, I'm not finna hurt nobody who ventilated, receiving respiratory therapy treatment for me because I ain't want to ask for help. I ain't want nobody to say that, oh, he may not know what he doing, bro. Say what you please. Ain't nobody dying on me. Hey, when I start having fun with it, I'll be done with it, man. Y'all be easy.